What is up? Yo, what's up, everybody? Are we on? Are we on yet? Yeah, we're on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Saturday live stream, even though it's already Sunday. As you guys know, we usually do a live stream on Saturdays, but ran into a little problem where I had a really busy day today. If you're watching, please let me know what's good. What's up? A lot of people have asked us if we have any regrets about moving to Alabama. Is there anything we regret? So we're going to talk about that. I usually do a live stream on Saturdays, but what had happened was that I had a really long day today. I did a lot, and pretty much I got so tired that I just couldn't do it. It's been a long day, and I tried going to sleep, and I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about live streaming. So we woke back up from sleeping, right, Katie?
Yeah.
She's not really on board with this. Woke us up so that we could kind of do a live stream. So I know it's really late at night, but I figured some of you guys might be up. So far, according to this thing, I'm just talking to myself right now. Oh, we got 3 people. All right, so I'm not talking to myself. So this group is called Moving to Florida. I've tried posting on here, and I haven't really had too much luck. If you're watching, please comment. Let me know who's watching right now. It's basically a group to help people move to Florida, but they're very, very, what's the word? Very critical of, if you're critical in any way or form or say something that's not perfect about Florida, you will get kicked out. I think I was already kicked out of this group in the past, and they're kicking me. They're not kicking me out, but they're censoring like any comment I say. They delete it. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, most people are moving to Florida. We kind of moved out. So, do we have any regrets? I mean, by the way, my boy, I'm gonna send a shout outs to my boy, the Barefoot Blogger. He's also a YouTuber like me. Let's actually look him up. He used to be called Keto Beach, the Barefoot Blogger. Now, he asked me to give him a shout out. He's from New Jersey, and he asked me to give him a shout out a while back. And I was like, dude, you gotta grow your channel more. He's up to 1,000 subscribers already.
Traffic all around.
He made his video, does he regret moving to Florida? He's from New Jersey, so of course he's got no regrets. How could he? I mean, from New Jersey to Florida. So anyways, I sent him a shout out. He wanted me to do this a way back when his channel was just starting out. And I was like, bro, you gotta get a little bit bigger. And he's doing great. I mean, he's got a lot of people sharing his videos on the internet, so he's very up and coming right now on YouTube when it comes to Florida. We got somebody on here. First question. All right. And again, I want you guys to ask questions. I mean, I'm supposed to be sleeping right now, and I woke up to do my live stream. I just had to do my Saturday live stream. I couldn't go to sleep without it. Looking to move from Homestead to Louisiana, Alabama. I'm going to be honest, Liam, I do not like Louisiana. I've been to Louisiana, and you will probably regret it. It's just as expensive as... It's not as bad as Homestead, of course. Hey, what's up, Jazz? Welcome on board. What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? So, no, I'm going to show you... I've been to Louisiana. I got friends there. By the way, nothing like Louisiana people. They're really good people. But I don't like Louisiana at all. Like, I was out there. It's kind of like a Miami, to be honest. Anything in New Orleans area is overpriced, basically. And the crime rate in New Orleans... I mean, I'm attached to Montgomery. Like, here, I'm up here. I'm in this suburb up here, right? Millbrook. And I'm attached to Montgomery. And the crime in Montgomery is incredible. Like, but it's nothing. Like, people are afraid of going into Montgomery. It is nothing compared to the crime in New Orleans. In New Orleans, you might regret it. Unless there's some other little suburb that I don't know about. I mean, first of all, you got hurricanes. I mean, I love to visit New Orleans. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's a beautiful place to visit. But you can't compare Louisiana to Alabama. It is just a grimy place. The housing is bad. The hurricanes are bad. I mean, I can't even think about a positive. And culturally, the French culture is awesome. And the New Orleans, Louisiana people are amazing. But, man, it's just... It's like you're not even going to feel... It's going to feel like... It's like a worse version of Miami. Monroe area? Okay, I'll look in that area for you. But I got friends in This area has a lot of Latinos, but I'll be honest, I don't like. I mean, it's a good place. What do you think?
I've been looking at actually.
You've been studying Louisiana?
North Louisiana real estate a little
Monroe. Bit. What are you telling me about Monroe? That's what you were telling me about. Okay,
it's
so
not
Katie,
Monroe. It's like Milton or something like that.
Yeah, it's in that area up there.
Minden, that's it.
So you've been looking at Minden. What do you think about Minden?
Good prices. I mean, nice houses.
It's like what you see on Realtor and what you actually see in person are two totally different. So you looked at this Minden place. What do you think about it overall?
I didn't really go into the town. I kind of looked at, what they had. Like, what you're going to get inside the town, like restaurants and all that. I didn't get into Street View, but I did look at, like, menus, what they offer.
Oh, there's nothing like when it comes to restaurants, there's nothing like food in New Orleans. But it's expensive. Just to give you an idea, and again, you're looking at northern Louisiana. Louisiana is plagued with so many problems as a state that are hard to overlook. First, they have the highest incarceration rate of any other state, I believe. I can almost bet that one. States with highest incarceration rate. And I'm pretty sure Louisiana has the most. Really? I'm pretty sure. I don't want to get in these online lists. There's got to be a list. I'm pretty sure like Louisiana has the most incarcerated people per capita. I mean, its crime there is 1,200. So yeah, they are. It's like, yeah, they really are. Look, Alabama's pretty high too at over 1,000. Arizona's pretty high. Arkansas is pretty high. Where's Florida? 900, kind of low. Georgia, yeah. Louisiana is higher than Mississippi. So only Oklahoma has a higher incarceration rate than Louisiana. This state's got some problems. It really does. Overall, I honestly, the state has, like, as a whole, like, just don't even look at New Orleans. Like, as a whole, the state of Louisiana has so many problems. And it's just a shame because, what do you think? With the people we met in Louisiana, the best people we've ever met.
Yeah.
But like I said, my friend who lives there, I can't really get into detail, but like they're great people. They're just going through some hard stuff down there.
Yeah, he was mad at us that we didn't give him 3 days notice so he could
by the
make
way,
some
if you're
jambalaya.
if you're gonna visit somebody in Louisiana, you have to give them a 3-day notice saying, hey, let's look at Monroe. We're going to need 3-day notice to because they want to make, what's it called?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya. Is there a song about jambalaya? I think there is. So anyways, prices are good. But then again, okay, so you're looking at some nice suburban houses for good prices, $150. But here's the thing, like with a place like this, man, especially that you're coming out of
Homestead.
You're coming out of Homestead, but you're used to a lot of city comforts being Homestead. You may not be aware of that right now, but you are. I got so many things open right now. Let me close some of these things. I can't concentrate. The thing about that I can already tell you is there's no large. You want to be in a suburb, man. Like right now, let's see how big this city is. It's got everything. It's got a Walmart, University of Louisiana. Now Louisiana. Now I'll tell you what. University towns are always good. It could be like a little Auburn. I don't know. What's the cityscape looks like? Yeah, it could be. It could be a good place. It's got looks like a lot of industry, a lot of buildings. Yeah, it could be a great place, man. You'd have to go and see it. I wish I could go and see it. It's quite a drive from where we're to drive. Let's see what the downtown looks like. Oh, my internet is slow as crap. Anyways, you're trying to get a couple acres outside of town. See, look, I think if you're going to be, and it's on I-20, that's another good thing. I really think you want to be like outside of a large city. Like, I really do recommend being outside of a large city because that area is going to have very limited opportunities. Like, one thing I did really well, like, let's say you went with Jackson, Mississippi or something. There's, like, suburbs to it and stuff, or Montgomery, any other city in the south, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham is a really big city. But, like, right now, like, Montgomery, you got suburbs, right? Like, you can always get back into town to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm out here in the woods, but then next thing I know, I'm like 10 minutes away from like new construction stuff going on. Like even like the cityscape of the area where I'm in. If you pay attention, like all this is new. If you look at 20 years ago, none of this was here. Everything's new. You know, you want to end up in an area where yeah, you're out in the woods somewhere, like out here somewhere in the woods or something. But then you hop back in 15 minutes, you're in a suburb that's attached to a big city where you have a lot more opportunity. You know what I mean? Marina, welcome. Good morning from Germany. Man, we get a lot of support from Germany. What's up to Germany? Why are we up so late? Well, I tried going to sleep and I couldn't. I worked really hard today. Like, I worked too hard today. Woke up at 8 in the morning. Did a trash out. No, I woke up at 7. It's like 7, yeah. Did a trash out at 8 a.m. The trailer needed some work done on it. I had to take the wheels off of it and change a bearing on it, you know, and I guess I hit a curb when I was driving it. Anyways, it's been a long day. I moved the shed in my property. We did a lot today. We did way too much today. And I just got tired and pretty much, I don't know, I can't sleep. I was supposed to do the live stream at 6 o'clock. I could do it every Saturday. I'm trying to do it every Saturday. At 6 o'clock, I was so tired, I couldn't even move. I didn't get back to the house till like 8. I had to go to the hardware store and get a bunch of stuff. So, Katie, what are your thoughts on Louisiana?
I like when you get into the pictures of the houses, there's charm inside the house.
Mm. Prices aren't bad.
Yeah.
But even like where we went in Louisiana, Monroe, where our friend, like, here's one for $160. That's a good price. But you can get a $160 house, $180, anywhere in the South. You can get a house in that price range. Pretty much, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, if you're gonna, you want to be somewhere where you're somewhere, you know. And it's hard to find like country real estate in the South because it's easy to find, you know, communities and newer houses. But when you're looking for land, it's a little bit harder. You have to really look at a wide area because people live in rural areas don't move as much. This is pretty. How much is it again?
185.
185. Yeah, that's comparable to Alabama prices. But the thing is, because that's the thing, like you can find a small town. I was wondering what happened earlier when you were. I'm sorry, man. I'm working a lot. I'm getting a lot of work. I got my Google page up and it's really kicking off. I'm getting 3 calls a day and they're usually wanting to get jobs done like right away. You know, one thing that's good about Alabama is here, everybody's lazy. Not everybody, but I mean, just too many people are lazy. The work ethic here is not the same as in a big city, so it's the South. People are taking it easy, you know. So if you're willing to work, you can start making money. And my Google page is going really well. I was able to transfer my Google page from Florida, so I got to keep all my good reviews. And I had to keep I had to keep the same phone number. Like there's certain things they made me do. Like that's okay. Like and actually I think it's better that I have an out of area phone number for my Google page because that lets people know you're not from around here. When they see a Florida out of area number, they know you're a hustler. You came here. You know what I mean? Like it's weird, but you could probably find this house in Alabama in our area for that same price range roughly. So the thing is, do you want to be in an area? This is a pretty house, but and it's a great price. 180 is not bad. But then again, I think eventually, even though the beach towns are really nice, with all these hurricanes, you know how many hurricanes are out there right now? Everybody's going to want to be a little bit further inland. Like, people are really not going to want to be, like, where I'm at now, we just got rain, right? They got destroyed down here. Pensacola, Foley, Mobile, they got hit. They got destroyed. They got 4 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet of sand, on everything. Like the storm surge was horrible. So I would say overall, eventually a lot of people are not going to live in the danger zone. It's going to be like in these areas, like from Charlotte to Atlanta. I think Atlanta's already burned out. Auburn, Birmingham, Mississippi, believe it or not. Monroe's probably right in there, man. Shreveport's got a lot of poverty. I don't know if do they have nice suburbs? I'm sure say that big will. Mm-hmm. Overall, it's pretty junky.
I did look at the houses in Shreveport a little bit. Yeah. Nice houses.
Yeah, for the price.
Yeah.
Like Tyler, Texas, pretty much all this area, like Dallas. I know people that moved from Houston to Dallas. My cousins are up there right now. So like this area, people are gonna want to be a little bit further inland. People are. Unbearable. Like, and then like I can be like I'm up here. I haven't gone to the beach yet. You can already see the places I want to go to along Florida Beach. I got 3 saved locations I want to go to along Florida. You can see the blue dots on here at the bottom. Um,
The one that's further up, that's a spring, and I really want to go there.
yeah, let's check it out. So like in 2 to 3 hours I can be in Florida on the beach, and like it's worth it. Like am I gonna pay $150,000 more to live there? No, dude. You're not going to the beach every day. You go like, you know what I mean? Like unless you're a millionaire or something, you're not gonna go to the beach every day. You know, or retire or something. But like realistically, look at these springs. I can be like 2 hours from here. You know, like, and the springs are just as nice as the beach. It's actually better. There's less people.
When we lived in Naples, we went probably once a
Yeah,
year.
after Hurricane Charlie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hurricane Charlie. That was a long time ago. And then after Charlie, we went for a long time without one. What's up, babe?
No, when we were living in Naples, we went like once a year, a couple times a year.
We weren't going to the beach all that often. And when you went, you'd have to deal with people. Like, you go to these little springs, man, and you can just have the whole place to yourself. You know what I mean? Look how pretty it is when the leaves change color. Tennessee's good. I've got friends that moved out of Bonita Springs, and they're in Tennessee, and they're doing great. The thing about me is, like, actually, even better. Better. It depends on who you are. A lot of people are moving to North Alabama. The problem is, it's actually, like, there's not even enough houses there. Like, the prices are going to go up really high around Madison and Huntsville and Athens. This whole area of North Alabama is the hottest place in Alabama for real estate right now. The problem is, it's too cold for me. I don't know. I think it's too cold for me.
It doesn't really bother me.
I think it's way too cold. You say that? Yeah, Houston's in bad shape. Overall, it's bad. My cousin used to live in Houston, and she moved up to Dallas, and she said she likes it a whole lot better. It's a little bit colder weather. So I like even these areas that are, in here, like near Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Spring Hill, Tennessee. Good little towns. They got a GM plant here. Look at the size of these plants, man. Look at this is Spring Hill, Tennessee, and here you got everything's new, just like Prattville where I live now. Look, this is like an exact copy of where we live. Like all the new shopping centers. You can look at they're building new apartments right here. Steak and Shake, Starbucks, Subway, the Home Depot. Like they're towns that they've built in a lot of stuff. Good towns. General Motors is in Spring Hill. These are all good towns. I mean, you can just tell just by looking at Google Maps. You can tell they're good towns. I mean, look at they're all new houses. A lot of people are moving to these areas. The problem is, I don't know if I can handle the weather, man. I have to be not too close to the coast where you gotta worry about hurricanes, but not so far inland that it gets cold. So it's about finding the right balance. We'll see. By the way, it's already it's gonna get into the 50s this week at night.
Yeah, because we got a cold snap.
We got a cold snap, so it's actually pleasant.
Yeah.
It's been pleasant. The weather is mild where I'm at. I don't miss Florida. I have family there. I visit them again. Yeah, I have family in Florida too. I think the thing about Tennessee, it's just too cold for me. And even like I remember when I lived in Kentucky. When I lived in Kentucky, there's a difference. Like every 100 miles you move up, it's a whole different world. Because I know the temperature from Nashville, Tennessee, compared to Louisville, Kentucky, is a whole different world. From Louisville to Indianapolis or Chicago, it's the further up you go, it really intensifies the cold weather. So, I think I'm in Birmingham. For example, in Birmingham, they'll see snow every year. But down here where I'm at, you're just outside of maybe you'll get snow. So it makes a difference. And if you get to down here, to Dothan and stuff, I think Dothan could have been a better option for us overall. What do you think? No? You don't like Dothan? I think Dothan's a good city in the south.
We'll address it in 2 years.
We'll address it in 2 years, yeah. They have a water road? I think Dothan would have been a better option for us.
We can find real estate there.
We could. If our house goes up in value here, I would go to Dothan. By the way, my business is taking off crazy. It's the same thing, man. Prattville versus Millbrook, what's better? Probably Prattville. They have more stuff going on, but then they also have more stuff going on. There's more. I like Dothan. It's about the same. It's like I live in Millbrook, to be honest, and I just on my Facebook I put Prattville. Like it doesn't really matter. It's the same crap. Um, Millbrook is quieter probably. You by the way, both Millbrook and Prattville. Just a suggestion if you're gonna do this area, or other towns in the area might be the same. You don't want to end up like in the like okay. So here's all the new stuff. This is a Prattville, right? Here's all the new stuff in Prattville. You can tell they're new communities. You can see the not. You can tell. You can see the pools. You can see the new houses. You can see the new. This is all new buildings for the most part. New apartments. You can tell like there's still empty lots that they haven't built into. You can tell, right? And then the same thing keeps going on in the Millbrook. All new stuff. Millbrook is a little bit less developed, right? Here's the Millbrook side, right? Don't end up, if possible, don't end up in like the like areas that are old. Like you can tell the older areas just by like clicking on the map. You can tell like it's really easy to tell because the houses are all, like little ranches and stuff. Don't end up in those neighborhoods. Whether in Prattville or in Millbrook, like see these little ranch style neighborhoods. You don't want to end up in these, because these neighborhoods are usually older houses, so they're probably rentals by now. More action. So don't end up on these type. Like, see, that's a nice house right there, but then it's in a little neighborhood where it's all little ranches and stuff. You don't want to end up in these neighborhoods. Rather in Millbrook, you have it in Millbrook a lot. Like in Millbrook, it's mostly around like the old town center, and then in Prattville, it's kind of like on the north side of town and a little bit on the south side. Like in these little ranch style neighborhoods, you want to avoid those neighborhoods. Even if you have to push your budget a little bit, you want to stay out of these ranch style neighborhoods. Like these outdated houses from the 70s and 80s. You want to stay out of these neighborhoods. You want and this is where they're in Dothan. Ooh, look at that Impala. That's one thing. You see so many pimped out cars down here, especially Impalas, like everywhere you go. But look, pay attention, right? This is Prattville. Now, Prattville is a really nice town, but look, I love Impalas, but come on, if you drive an Impala, you're a hood guy. I mean, you're not like, if you're driving Impala, you're probably a hood person. Notice it's got metal bars on the windows. My house has metal bars on the windows in Prattville. Prattville is generally a nice town, but that one's got metal bars on the window, and it's got an Impala on, those 20-inch wheels on the driveway. It's a little hood, right? And right across the street, like you might look at this house and say, oh, that's a nice house. It's beautiful. It is. Overall, you want to avoid these little ranch-style neighborhoods. And here's these little ranch-style neighborhoods. They have them in Florida, too. See, this car's got rims, too. And here's, like, an old truck. Here's another old Chevys. When you start to see all the old Chevys and all the old pimped-out cars and stuff, you usually want to pass on those neighborhoods. So, whether Prattville or Millbrook or Dothan or actually even in Florida, you want to stay outside of those older neighborhoods. You want to be like in this stuff right here. You know what I mean? Even if you got to push your budget a little bit, it's really going to be worth it because you're going to have appreciation and you're going to have peace of mind. It's like in here you might not see as many like pimped out cars. It's just more normal class people. They might have a Mercedes Benz or something. You know what I mean? Just a little bit nicer class neighborhoods. I moved to Fort Myers in '86 and it was paradise. Now it's so overcrowded. Living there with sheep, it's changed a lot. Yeah, Mike, I moved to Naples in 2000. Dude, when I moved to Naples, it was paradise, just like Fort Myers. And now you look at Fort Myers and Naples, and it's like, and that's what I try to tell people. And they're coming from New Jersey, so they think it's amazing, right? Like my buddy, by the way, the Barefoot Blogger, check him out. If you're moving to Florida, he's doing a good job. He's up to 1,000 subscribers. He just did a video about regretting moving. Does he regret moving to Florida? Of course he doesn't. He's leaving New Jersey. So he's doing a good job, and I definitely recommend you check him out, the Barefoot Blogger. It used to be called Keto Beach. He was very active on our channel some time ago. He's doing a good job. He's from New Jersey. He just moved to Florida, and he's loving it. Of course he's loving it. I mean, how could you not? But at the same time, most people just can't afford it, man. Anyways, so yes, make sure you stay in the newer areas, whether Dothan. Let me show you an example. In Florida, you have the same thing in Florida. Let's look at Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills, where's Beverly Hills? I'm forgetting where it's at. That's a bad. See, Beverly Hills is one of those ranch style neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like houses from the 70s and 80s, and those houses. And I'm not saying there aren't little old neighborhoods that are good. There are a lot of little old neighborhoods that are good, but overall, like see these little houses in Beverly Hills, you could literally buy these, what, 50,000. When we first started looking at,
Yeah, when we first
49,000.
started looking. Yeah, I looked in Citrus Springs the other day.
Yeah.
The houses that we were seeing for like
70,
60, 70.
or 140. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we had bought, when we first talked about moving to this area of Florida, if we had bought, I would never buy one of these houses in Beverly Hills. Now, when they were 50, 60, you couldn't give these houses away because, you know, there's just bad, crappy neighborhoods. Now that the bad people are moving out, you got more people from up north moving in, but they're a bunch of weirdos too. It's like, it's Florida. But anyways, so you got these little ranch style neighborhoods here. You don't want to end up in those. You want to end up across the street in Pine Ridge. So I'll show you guys the difference between Pine Ridge and let's start with Beverly Hills. And there are nice sections. The other thing is there are nice sections of Beverly Hills. Like you're gonna see that in Beverly Hills. Most people when they think about Beverly Hills, they're thinking about like the grid pattern. But there are like in here, like their Beverly Hill address. You know, they're addressed to Beverly Hills, but it's got nothing to do with Beverly Hills. It's all like yeah. Like see, this is nice. So you'll find how like, these houses like in these neighborhoods where they have a Beverly Hills address, but they're actually just a little bit further out. You know, like these houses have a Beverly Hills
They're
address.
in Pine Ridge, right?
No, these are Beverly Hills. Look.
Yeah.
So you'll find, you know, like people say, "Oh, it's Beverly Hills. It's got really high crime," and they, you know, but these are Beverly Hills address, but they're a little bit further out. They're nice houses, really nice houses. Let's see what's going on in Beverly Hills. Okay, there's still some for 80,000, but it's pending. There's still some for 60. Look at this one for 60. Yeah, I mean it's in really bad shape. But think about this though. Okay, this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 800 square foot on a 6,000 foot lot. We got in Alabama for 65,000 a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square foot on an acre. And I can tell you, and I have central air. This one has a window shaker hanging out the window. I had to replace my roof. This one's gonna need a roof replacement. This one's made out of block. Ours is not made out of block. It's wood frame. They don't have central air. Central air is what, $3,000-$4,000. I bet do they have? It's in bad shape. Like look, you got like furniture outside.
Gosh.
They got weeds growing on the carport.
And they probably don't even show
so
one
that's
picture of the
yeah.
inside.
So yeah, they got plywood on the windows. Oh my! This reminds me of our house in Florida, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where we used to live in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's even got the same like 70s style windows that we did on our carport. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
This is completely no photos of the inside. So when they don't show you the inside, go figure. I would not pay and somebody will buy this eventually. Probably I don't know. It looks pretty rough. That's a tough one. How long has it been in the market for? 9 days. So it's probably cooled down.
Go down. Yeah.
It's probably it's cooled down.
Go down. Go down. Property details.
How much they bought it for? And no, this one's they haven't sold.
And property history too.
Property history.
Because they may have just refreshed it. No.
Yeah, they bought it for $21,000. Yeah, you can tell this house somebody's been living in it for a while.
Because a lot of times with houses like that,
yeah,
they've been sitting and then the realtor goes in and refreshes it.
I hear you. I just got home an hour or so ago. I'm relaxing. I was a busy day. I had just a busy day today. Looking to HUD housing. Where do you find that at? Guess who? Where do you find HUD housing? Is there a website for that or? Really? Yeah, house is in bad shape. It's late for this, old girl. Yeah, man, it's late. Anyways, I couldn't sleep. I was trying to sleep, and by the way, my clock shows the Florida time on my computer. Says 2:10. It's actually 1:10 over here. Wow, that's $300,000. See, I wouldn't buy a 300. I don't know if I would. So you got a few in the one. Like this one's 110. This house for 110 right now. You would have bought this house for. I bet you somebody bought this house for $50,000 probably like less than 6 years ago. Whoever bought this house is making a flip. Let's look at the property history. Oh, they paid $125 for it, and now they're listing it for $110.
Yeah.
Somebody got burned. But look at the profit margin though. It hasn't sold that many times. That's strange. They lost $15,000 because you know what it is. They got scared during COVID. They bought the house, and now they're terrified of the neighborhood. Beverly Hills is a crappy place. Yeah, they got scared during COVID, and it was like they got scared into buying it, and now they're regretting it. So, probably that. This is outdated. This is disgusting. I can't look at this anymore. Let me show you. That's $110,000 in Florida. Let's see what's going on in Prattville. Actually, I'd show you guys Millbrook, where I live, in my area. But the problem with Prattville, Millbrook is, look at the difference between Florida and look at the price. Look at the house, by the way. It's got beautiful. We looked at this one on one of the last live streams. I can't believe it hasn't sold yet. Okay, but anyways, it's about the same age roughly. 3.2 almost 1,200 square foot on half an acre. It's in Prattville. It's a nice little house. Look at how neat and clean. Like, look at the difference between, like you're saving $50,000 easy and getting a better house. And if you're financing it, then you're saving $100,000 easily, and you're still getting a better house. You know, you got to work 5 years to make $100,000, or 3 years, depending on how much money you make. If you're an average earning person like I am, 3 to 5 years. Look at how they blurred the propane tank. What's the point of doing that? They blurred the propane tank on the photo. It's got a nice yard, but again, it's one of those little ranch-style neighborhoods. But the house looks pretty decent. I mean, it's comparable to Beverly Hills in neighborhood. We left Florida in 1980. I wanted to stay and rent my parents' house. The house payment was just $68 a month for real. Nope, they sold it. I just moved them to Arizona. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be paying a lot more than $68 now. So look at 160. Oh, this is in Elmore. So there is nothing in Millbrook, by the way. Elmore is just. Oh, here's the other thing. Like all these cities up here, all these suburbs, they all kind of butt into each other. Like Elmore is really like Millbrook. I'm probably not that far. Like I'm sure this house is not far away. Like I'm sure this person lives in Elmore, but for all practicality, they live in Millbrook. You know what I mean? It's just weird the way these suburbs are laid out because they only want to take in certain neighborhoods and streets. So this is Elmore. How much was it? 180. Let's say 167. Yeah. It's new on the market. It's a 3.2, 1,600 square foot on a quarter acre, built in 2006. But that's what I'm telling you. Like this is comparable to our house. The year built, the size, and we have a bigger lot. So like if we got a new roof, they got more structural things going on. But I mean like that's comparable to our house in a sense. Yeah. I'm sure the inside's much better though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got tile, but they still got carpet.
Yeah.
See, like we should do something like that. We should do like just the areas that are vinyl, do tile and carpet. Like this house has carpet. That's cheap, and that tile's not expensive.
It's a lot more. I want to do tile
throughout the whole house. Keep in mind the cold weather though.
No. Just out here in the living room.
Say what's a fractional ownership? Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
Never do that. Those are the worst deals you can ever get. I think Dave Ramsey on the internet breaks it down fairly well. Look at that for $237. You know what? When I see these houses for $200,000 that are this nice, I regret buying a house cash. I'm like, we should have financed. I can totally see this house being worth $100,000 and more. Let's see what shape it's in. That is beautiful, and for that price.
And you know, we can always get it later on.
Yeah, we can always get it later on, especially if we make some equity on this one.
Yeah.
But then by the time ours made equity, this one's made more equity.
Yeah. That's
the thing. You look beautiful. Did I tell you you're beautiful?
Aww.
Hey, we're on live.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, there's got to be something. Oh, it's okay. It doesn't have a big yard. It's like in a neighborhood. It's got 2 stories. Right. What do you think, baby? That's a nice house. But what do we need? Like, we don't need a house that big. It's a thing.
We don't have kids.
We don't have kids. It's pretty, but it's like, can you imagine? It's just like, it's like, even our house, it's like, I don't know. The bigger the house, the more crap you got to worry about. I love the windows. Fireplace. Ooh, that's nice.
If we're going to move, I want to get a house that's a little bit better.
And look at how nice that looks. That's about the same color we got in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Look what we should do. We should go for a gray carpet. Yeah. That's exactly what our bedroom will look like if we do it.
Yeah. In the next house, I want a garden tub and a fireplace.
Yeah. Our master bedroom is big enough to put a tub in it. Mm-hmm. We should do that. Yeah. There's enough space in there to put a tub in the master bathroom. This house is pretty. I like the kitchen. I like they modernized it. They went with the grays, the whites. I like it. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at the ceiling. That looks like our master bedroom. See the ceiling?
Yeah.
Except for they painted that gray. We did it like it looks exactly like our master bedroom. And we even went with that same exact color. We gotta go with gray carpet. We really do.
Yeah.
I like this house. I can't believe the price is only $230,000. That is a deal. That is a sweet deal. It's got 4 bedrooms. It's got it. Look, the attic. They redid the attic.
Yeah.
We have enough crawl space where I could redo our attic.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's not a little bit tighter than this, but we could actually make our attic be like another. We have to make a staircase somewhere. You know, we have enough space to do it. It's actually got enough.
Let's stay with this for a while.
Yeah, I know.
We got enough projects going on.
Oh, look, they got brick pavers, a little fireplace on these cool Alabama nights. Like right now, it's 50, and it's gonna soon it's gonna be in the 70s in the daytime, and in the 50s at night. Perfect weather to sit outside and do a little barbecue. And, it's got a big yard.
I know what you're looking forward to with the winter weather.
I envy this house.
Yeah.
Look, they got roses. They got a concrete pad. They got an aluminum carport in the back with a little. This is awesome. Anybody agree with me? This house that's what's up, y'all.
Yeah.
I found a nice place on Siesta Key, though. Fractional. No, you don't want to do that, man. I'm telling you. Like, even if you bought it outright, you'd regret it. Look, why don't you just do a vacation rental, man? Don't do that to yourself. I'm telling you. Been watching you guys since January. Keep up the good work. Do you see yourself moving to North Florida in the future? Not with these real estate prices.
No.
Like Jacob. By the way, Jacob, thank you for commenting and welcome on board. Do I like North Florida? I do. We love North Florida. It's an awesome place. The thing is, like,
it's better for a vacation.
It's better to go to vacation or something. Like, look at are you seeing this house and the price? Dude, that is to me, like, with a Florida mindset, that's like, in Florida, that would be like a $700,000 house or something, a $600,000 house. Dude, it's on Mountain Ridge. That's on that really nice street.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, that is a deal of a house. You could not find a deal like that in Florida. Like, a comparable to that in Florida.
No.
Would be like $500. I don't know how much. It would be insane. I want to see this house. It's on Mountain Ridge. We were on that street. Is that the street where it's like? Let's see. Oh yeah, we were there. We did a video. We literally did a video past this house. So, if you look at one of my it's across from Walmart. So we did a video on this street. Really nice neighborhood. I cannot believe a house in that neighborhood. So we actually did a video. We did a video in here. So if you look at one of my Millbrook videos, we actually did this neighborhood. We actually did videos in here. We uploaded it about 2 weeks ago. We did videos in here. So yeah, we did videos in here. There's no regrets of moving to Alabama. I will say this. Yeah, that makes sense. Houses never where I live in Gainesville are 300,000 up, even in the woods. Yeah, in Gainesville. Oh, another thing. Let me tell you something about Alabama. Man, when you get to Ocala and Gainesville, the addiction problem in Florida is so bad. I mean, like, man, Florida's got some serious problems. It hasn't taken off here in Alabama, and I hope it doesn't take off. Man, like, when you're up near Ocala and Gainesville, you see people begging. Everywhere you go, there's people begging, and it's just so trashy, man. Like, let me tell you what, Alabama people, they're poor, and they're country, but they're not trashy.
Let me say this: when I was in Florida, like North Florida, and I was around, you saw people like high on. You assume.
Oh
meth,
yeah,
but
yeah. I don't know what. Like you see beggars everywhere. This is Ocala we're looking at here. I don't know, man. Like it's just trashy in Florida. And the drug problem, and you know what it is? Because everybody's from different places. Like you could not do that here in Alabama because the cops here. I suspect that it's the police here. They're just not going to put up with it. Let's look at what's going on in Ocala. That's a good question. But look at this house, guys. Here in Millbrook, where I live, 237,000, 4 bedroom, 2 bath. Absolutely spectacular house in a good neighborhood, and it's by the highway. So if you want to head into Montgomery or Birmingham, where's the map? Did I close the map? No, it's on a different. Where is it? It's actually odd that we're up till 2 in the morning, but there's people watching from Germany, so like. A lot of homelessness. One of my YouTubers that I watch, another YouTuber that I follow, this guy's massive. I hate it. I went on a different. How did I even do that? How do you get this page to go back into the? I don't know how to do it.
I think about April, May was when I stopped seeing houses in Ocala.
Yeah.
Good.
Like that house where it's at, it's right by 65. Look, it's like okay, you're right here in your neighborhood. You go down, you're practically a block from 65, and then you can be in Montgomery, Alabama, in like 15 minutes. You're in downtown Montgomery. You know what I mean? Like there's a few good restaurants. There's the. It's not an incredible city, Montgomery, but it's something to do. For being in Alabama, it's something to do. You can be in Montgomery and in about. Okay, it's supposed to be an hour and a half to get to Birmingham. But honestly, you could get there in an hour. People are going 90 miles an hour on 85, and there are cops pulling people over. But literally, Birmingham it's a big city, and people are like literally going like 90 miles an hour. And he's got a race number on the side of it, 78. Yeah, they really are. He's got a race car. Yeah, they really are racing. Like it's incredible driving into Birmingham, and cops are trying to pull people over, but they can't stop it. You can literally in an hour, if you drive fast, in an hour you can be in Birmingham. And Birmingham's got some amazing suburbs. Hoover is an amazing suburb. They got a Publix right here. Birmingham is one of the most overlooked cities because, like, when you think about Birmingham, you think, oh my gosh, they have the highest murder rate in the country. 43 people out of 100,000 and all that. But the thing about Birmingham is, like, the city limits has become the hood. And then there's suburbs. It's the same exact thing as Montgomery. Like, when you think about Montgomery, Alabama, like, oh crap, Montgomery, Alabama. But then it's got some nice suburbs. Here they got a Publix. There's a lot of shopping in this area. It's better as far as things to do. But then again, you pay for it. That's the thing. You will pay for it. And anything pretty much between Montgomery and Birmingham, everything's along 65. All these little towns are really nice. All of them. See, it's all new communities. And there's actually rural communities in there too.
Didn't we go into Cairo one day?
Yeah, that's where we bought the camera system.
Yeah.
The cameras we bought for the house. So Saginaw, like in Michigan. So all these we were in Alabaster. So all these towns, and I will make videos in here for you guys. I've been anything between Birmingham and Montgomery is good. These are all good cities. Around Mountain Creek and Marbury, there's a Confederate Memorial Park. So if you're from elsewhere, you may want to stay clear of that little park. Not that the people aren't friendly, they are, but it's probably like redundant for a New Yorker to move to an area that's known for that type of thing. Nice little towns. So my subscriber who asked me between Alabama and Louisiana, I would definitely say Alabama. When we went to the first time we explored Alabama and Louisiana was on a road trip where we explored both, and there's no comparison.
One thing we noted with Alabama was when we first went here, we liked the houses because there was charm, character, and in Florida, you don't really get that.
I want to explore this town really bad, Clanton. I bet you that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's not too far from here. We're less than 30 minutes from there.
Huh. We could probably do
Holtville.
it tomorrow.
And here's the other thing about Alabama too. Like, see in here, these are no-name towns. Deatville, Holtville. These are towns that you would never even consider. But look, they're building new houses. Anything between Montgomery and Birmingham, the whole thing is good. The whole stretch is good.
Yeah.
They're building all. Look at the beautiful new houses, pools, and everything.
Yeah, there's so much here for a good price.
Yeah, there's good housing. It's affordable. That's why there's good housing in the state, because it's all affordable. You know. Let's check out Holtville. I'm sorry, Holtville. I lost my.
Yeah, well, we did a live stream there from the boat dock in
Mhm.
Holtville. What was that lake called?
Lake Jordan.
Hmm.
Yeah. There's one in New York. Where's the one in Alabama?
Holtville.
Where's it at? Am I spelling it wrong? There it is, Holtville.
Yeah.
There's no S in it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look at this one for $135. A 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And the thing about Holtville is, you can literally be back in Montgomery. Like, it's a 30-minute drive to be in town. Actually, 20 minutes to be in. You could be in Wetumpka in 20 minutes. You could be in Elmore. There's not much in Elmore. And then you could be in Millbrook and in Prattville in 30 minutes. So, like, you can really find, and this is really country out here. Like, you walk into the corner store. Like, we went to a gas station. Where's that little gas station at? Remember the nice little gas station? It might have been Deepville. The country store, remember?
Deepville.
Yeah, where the guy was open carrying a weapon.
Yeah.
And, you know, just really country people. Like, they'll give you, like, a second at a time. I like this area. It's really nice. And Lake Jordan is absolutely beautiful. We did a live stream from the Lake Jordan boat ramp at the beginning of when we first came down here. It's beautiful. It really is. I think Alabama's so underrated. It really is. Look at this. Now, there are some... Good night, guy. Oh, Mike, have a good night, man. Oh, the job... When it comes to jobs, personally, what I do, junk removal, it's gone well for me. In the month I've been here, people do start to call a lot. It's nothing special. It's just a nice little house. But come on, for $130,000... Oh my gosh. They decked out the... Oh my gosh, that is so southern. Yikes. It's nothing special, but it's a nice little house. The bedrooms are too small. See, a 1,500 square foot house with 4 bedrooms. They should have gone with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It would have been so much more spacious and better. It would actually probably be worth more than a 4-2. It's a small 4-2. Look at this for $175. Here's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Again, contingent. This is already sold. 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's got a decent size. It's in Deepville. Again, you're out in the woods in the countryside. You don't have to worry about crime. I can't believe they got their logs stacked in front of their house. There's so many scorpions out here. They did that to stage the house. It's gonna need a new roof for sure. That roof can't hold on forever. No inside photos. It's already sold. It doesn't matter. It probably hit the market. And as soon as it hit the market, let's see how long it was on the market for. How long was it on the market? 8 days. Yeah, 8 days and it sold. So the market here is really fast right now. You know what's crazy? Oh, you can buy 3 lots. This one's contingent too. Look at it. Oh, look at this one, baby. 3-bedroom, 2-bath one. That's pretty. Again, contingent. How they was 600 days on Realtor? Well, that makes no sense. Really?
Look at the inside of the house.
Why would it be on the Realtor so long?
I don't know.
Maybe the market is just now picking up here and they're finally able to get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's that's almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now they sold it. Like, that's the thing. The market's starting to move out here right now. Look at this one. Is this one on Lake Jordan? It's a small one. 2 acres on Lake Jordan, for real? 300,000. And when you get on the water in Alabama, it gets so expensive. It kind of doesn't make sense. I've yet to see a house on the water in Alabama where the prices make... Yeah, it doesn't look spectacular. Great views and all that, but $300,000? I would rather have... Would you guys rather have the views or the house? I think I'd rather have the house. If it came down to budget, like we had to pick one or the other. Hey, what's up, Kevin? They sure like their football around here. Like I was playing this country song today out in the yard, and the song said, "You better not root for Bama," because it's a song. It's a Louisiana artist, and the lyrics said, "You better not root for Bama." Were part of the lyrics, and like I got the dirtiest look for one because I was blasting music outside when I was working, and I got like the dirtiest look from one of my neighbors. He's like, "You better not play that song again, boy." You better not play that song. So like, it's nothing. Why couldn't they just make a nice brand new house, even if it's a small house on the water? But they don't. They're really old houses on the water. I don't get it. Like, ugh. Our kitchen's better than that, and this is 300. I don't get that. I'm sorry, I couldn't. If I had to live inside of that house, even with the views and all, I couldn't live inside that house. It's so small and I couldn't do it. I would rather go for a house. Look at this one. Ooh, we already saw this one, remember?
Yeah.
So let's look at that town. What was that, Clanton?
Yeah.
I hope it's not like Clantown.
No.
Okay, so you guys are asking me about finding work in Alabama. All right, look, y'all. I'm doing good. I'm doing better than Florida. I almost don't want to say it because I don't want people to start coming over here and take my jobs. I'm doing good. Like, I hope it's not Clantown. Let me just get that. Let's get that because it's not too far from the Memorial Confederate Park. I hope it's Clanton, not Clantown.
No, it's Clanton.
I think let's look at the statistics here. You guys, by the way, it's definitely not like that here in Alabama. If you've heard anything about Alabama being that way, I'm telling you, it's actually. Is it Canton? Oh no, it is Clanton. Okay. All right. Let's see what if it's like 99% white, it might be Clanton. I'm not sure. And I want to check this town out. There's only 8,000 people. Let's look at the demographics. I'm really curious on this one. Demographics and history would really tell you the whole deal. Clanton named in honor of General Clanton, a Confederate. Okay, so it's named after a Confederate Army soldier. Demographics are. Oh wow, it's 46% African American. Sweet, we gotta check it out. They gotta have some good barbecue.
Yeah.
There's an Italian restaurant. Hey, they have an Italian restaurant, Neighborhood Grill. Where's the barbecue place? Where's the barbecue in this town? They have to have a barbecue place. Smoky Teas. Oh snap, this has gotta be good. This is probably it right here. Let's check it out.
And I will probably be going this week.
We're gonna go here soon.
Yeah.
It doesn't look impressive with a restaurant. But then what barbecue place that's good
Looks impressive.
looks impressive. If a barbecue place looks nice,
it's
not.
good.
Yeah, pretty much. Look at that, a slab. $18 a slab. It's a little expensive. If a barbecue place looks good, it ain't good.
Yeah.
That's just pretty much how it goes, man. Let's look at it. Clanton, Alabama. I think, the work situation here is not really that bad. Ooh, look at these houses. Not bad. Cheap. This is probably a good place to buy.
Yeah.
Because eventually, with Montgomery and Birmingham kind of growing into each other, this town could actually in the future be good. I like this house.
Yeah.
It's older, but it's got real nice. It's got central air. They got chickens in the backyard. That's cool. Are those tropical fruits?
I think so.
I bet you those are peaches and apples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're definitely homesteading. They got grapes growing or
Yeah.
pumpkins. It's so tight inside the house. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's kind of small and cramped. And they got so much furniture in there. Too much furniture for a house that small. They're packing. They're ready to move. They're like us in Naples. Remember us? We were packed before we had buyers. They're getting ready. They're ready to get out of there.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little house. It's nothing special. It doesn't look bad or it doesn't look moldy or raggedy. It's just a small little house. It's got a metal roof. It's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't pay that much for it though. How much is it? 80. Ooh, I think you could probably get that house for a lot less. I think that house could probably be a little bit less. This town's got some. Here's a newer one. 190 for a three. That's a little steep. But then again, the closer you get to Birmingham, probably the more expensive it gets. Oh my gosh, that's cheap. Oh, dude, it's cheap here. Why do you think we moved here? Everything here is cheap. I'm telling you, I like this house.
You want to go out to dinner? You're gonna pay less
Oh,
than
and
you
dinner
will in
too.
Naples?
You can have dinner downtown here for like $20 or something. It's incredible. Like $20 or $30. You can do a dinner here for a decent, really nice dinner for $30 in a restaurant. This is nice. I would buy this if I had 180 for. If I was my house budget, I would buy this. Not sure what particular neighborhood it's located in, but I would buy this. I like this house. I like it. Oh my gosh, they got boots. Look at all the boots. They got the Alabama bench. Everybody's got their Alabama. The football here is serious, and I've actually been wearing the wrong stuff, so I've been like literally. I don't really care about football. I just bought the wrong shirt, pretty much. Nice backyard too, nice and open. Yeah, overall, built in 2007. It's not even that old. I wonder if it's like, yeah, it's a new development right outside of town. We've been finding work. My price range is about 65. You'll find something, Liam, for 65. We were super lucky. We bought for 65, but if you had 65, you might find something in Dothan for 65,000. And Dothan's not bad. It's the weather. Close some of these things out. The weather in Dothan. Let's see what's going on in Dothan. I think Dothan might be a good fit for you. Like just trying to get up from Homestead to Dothan. I think that's a good. Man, 65 is a tough number to work with. Well, that's what we bought at. But then, keep in mind, we bought for 65. But then you still have your closing. You still have moving fees. Moving is expensive.
If I remember right, when we were looking, Dothan, the prices were 70 and up.
Yeah. We really got lucky. I mean, I it was just like the realtor liked me and wanted to help me or something. I don't even know. Like, who knows, really? We got lucky as crap. So here's one for 60. I don't know if you're able to do work yourself, but just keep in mind, Dothan does have a hood, but trust me, if you're in Homestead, it's not as bad as Homestead. It's not crime. I mean, I'm sure you could compare crime in both cities, but crime statistics make absolutely no sense here. Dothan does have a hood. I break down Homestead, like I can summarize it like in 5 seconds. Basically, there's Dothan. It's in the southeast corner of Alabama. It's a great town. I actually, sometimes I tell Katie, I wish we had ended up in Dothan because you're like, what is it, an hour and 30 minutes from the beaches in Florida? I mean, it's literally from the Florida border to Dothan is something like, what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
There's a lot of military. See, there's a loop around the city. Anything around the loop is nice. And then anything on the east side of town is pretty much the hood. It's about 40% African American. See, the projects are there. There's your project. So, but trust me, dude, it's nothing like Homestead. I'm saying, dude, I don't know if you're a dude. Is Liam a guy name or a girl name? I'm sorry. Liam, I'm sorry. Well, anyways, see, you got the hood. But again, Homestead is more hood than Dothan, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You get the point. I mean, you don't want to end up inside the circle. Try to end up outside the circle if you can afford it. Now, you're looking for affordability, you're probably going to end up in the circle. Yeah, I can do a fixer. If you can do a fixer-upper, let's look at this one. So if you can do a fixer-upper, then definitely Dothan would probably be the city for you. Here's a fixer-upper. It's got dimensional shingles. It must be really old. Yeah, 1941. It's got the original dimensional shingles. That's really hard to find. If you can do a fixer-upper, man, Dothan might be the place for you. You'll get work. If you got that Dade County hustle, you know what I mean? Like, you know how to work and get jobs, you'll do okay in Dothan. It's got better weather than anywhere in Alabama. other than the Gulf. Well, yeah, because you're inland. Yeah, better weather. Because so this is a fixer upper. I mean, they don't have photos, but sometimes I don't know. You might be able to find something in Dothan. Here's one for 74. I don't know how far you can stretch your budget. Oh, the other thing you can do is what I did. I told my realtor, hey, like, I showed the realtor my bank account. Like, bro, that's what I got. I need a house. And you gotta grab that realtor and shake him up. You gotta be like, I need a house, man. I need a deal. Here's a fixer upper, probably a fixer upper. I like it's a ranch, but it has potential. Like they're still building houses in a similar style to this. Oh, and by the way, in Alabama, bro, you won't have to pull permits to do anything. Like literally, Dothan's a city, so I don't know if you're within city limits. In general, in Alabama, they're so much more lenient. You could probably do a lot of stuff without pulling permits. I'd find out about the specific city. I think Dothan might be good for you because keep in mind, Homestead, you're in a place with a lot of culture, a lot of food. You got Haitians, Jamaicans, Cubans, Mexicans. You're in the mix of all that. So you are gonna want good Mexican food. You're gonna want like your expectation of what you want and what you need is a lot coming from Homestead. Is something similar. Katie, you messaged me? Oh, yeah, Mariana, Florida. Yeah, one of our subscribers lives in Mariana, Florida. So like your expectation for what you want is gonna be high. And in Dothan, you can just ride down and be in Panama City Beach or Destin, and you can get you got beaches. Actually, considering how bad traffic is in Miami, it might just be a little bit longer of a drive to the beach than you were in Miami. So, you can ride down into Florida from Dothan much easier than you can. You got Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Pensacola,
you got a bunch of springs in the area
all the
too.
springs. So you might actually like, man. If you got that hustle, bro, I would go into Dothan. And there's a lot of like on the outskirts. There's a lot of like nice little communities. There are Dothan's hit or miss. You got like here you got like watch like here you got some trailers. Right here you got some trailers, right? Okay. And then over here you got some nice houses. It's hit or miss. And these nice houses, these are gonna be retired people that you could probably like mow their lawn, or by the way, you're not gonna need that much money. Like you're not really. It's affordable to live in Alabama. So if you got that Dade County hustle, you're gonna be all right. Don't be afraid of nothing, man. And they got Starbucks. They got all the fancy crap too, man. So don't be afraid. If you got that Dade County hustle, you'll be all right. Do it. Go for it. Don't be afraid. Now I will tell you this: what you see on Realtor and what's actually on the ground, Liam, is a whole different ballgame. You need to be and the hotels here are expensive. So I was willing to live in our car, but Katie didn't let me. I told Katie, let's live in the truck. Let's be homeless for a month or two until we find the house. So because we're paying $100 for a hotel every night, hotels are expensive. So you'll spend $3,000 in a month, unless you get like an extended stay. Like this might be a good option for you. But then it's a military town, so extended stays are hard to get into because of the military town. So like you might be able to find an extended stay, like a bed bug inn. They're usually pretty horrible. I told Katie. I got to the point where I told Katie, let's be homeless for a month or two until we find some. Katie was like, nope, we're not doing this. We're staying in hotels. So I don't know how much of a if you want to get ahead, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. Like you're not just gonna get ahead and not make the sacrifice. Bro, you have no idea the sacrifices we've had to make. Today I woke up at 7 in the morning and it's 2 in the morning and I'm on here working right now for you guys. So if you're not willing to sacrifice, you ain't gonna get nowhere in life. And that's why, like, my neighbors in here, they love me. By the way, my neighbors, they love me already. They tell me. My neighbor told me today, Jose, we're so glad you moved into that house. You're fixing it up. You help everybody. You keep your property nice. The people that were renting that house before, they were, the whole package. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they really, like, my neighbors, at first it was a little intimidating because they're so country that I was intimidated of them. And they were intimidated of us because they didn't know what we were. But now that they know we're working hard and we're trying to fix the house, they love us. And I can guarantee you, we're in tight. We're in pretty tight. Country, they're all country people, and I have a junk removal company. I give them free crap. Like, how could they not like me? You know what I mean? And they're not greedy. Like in the city, when I lived in Naples, When my neighbors saw me bring stuff home, their eyes would open up like vultures. Oh, see what they can get their hands on. Where here in Alabama, like these country people, they'll take one thing from the load and that's it. They won't take anything else. They're very well. They're very they're not as greedy. I wouldn't say you're greedy as crap, man. And the same thing happens in Cuba with my family. It's not just an American thing or Florida, Alabama thing. It's country people are generally better people. Anywhere, Cuba, here, there, anywhere, Mexico, wherever you go, country people are generally better. All right, greetings from Rome. I find your real estate videos really interesting. It's so different here. We have lots less diversity problems. When you say Rome, like you're watching from Italia, greetings from Rome. Are you watching from Italy? Italia? Italiano. Italiano, la Sicilia. So check out Dothan. And here's the other thing. My biggest advice to you, Liam, you may want to hit the ground first with money in your pocket. Because whatever, everything that we saw on Realtor, we had like 100 properties saved. We saved like 100 properties, okay? And everything that we saved was irrelevant. When we hit the ground, everything was irrelevant. It just all became irrelevant. Like you're gonna go to a neighborhood and you say this isn't gonna happen, or you need to hit the ground. Another thing, not to no, I know Rome, Italy. I know you're not Sicilian, my friend. I know you're not. Sicily's still south of Rome. I know that, my friend. You're in Italy. Wow. But salute a los italianos. I don't know too much Italian. Sottovoce means soft voice in Italian. I don't have a sottovoce. I don't know how you say greasy voice. Sottovoce means soft voice in Italian. I don't know too much Italian. It's very similar to I like Italian music, Calabrese. They have that good. Mexican music is. Wait, we're supposed to be talking about real estate. So, bro, my advice to you is hit the ground running. Okay, and when you'll find something on Realtor, but you need to find local realtors, and don't find the realtor. Don't find the one driving the Escalade. Find the realtor that's like missing teeth or something. That's the realtor you're gonna go to and say, look, man, I need to buy a house. I need a deal. Like, you need a realtor that's on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, don't find that realtor that's driving the Escalade. Again, it's got hoods. It's an Alabama town. Another thing I want to tell you about Alabama is, you're from Homestead, so you know how to look. You know how to look for environment and all that. You know what I mean? Like, you know how to look for that. I don't have to school you on that. You're from Homestead. You could probably school me on that. So, but yeah, a neighborhood can look really quiet in the daytime. Oh yeah, it's probably different too, because a neighborhood can look really quiet in the daytime and then at night you have more action. Let's see what's going on in Dothan. Let's look at the real estate. I'm talking a lot, but I'm showing very little. You might find like one of these fixer-uppers, man, and if they're say, hey, I can give you $60,000 for this house or something, and they might go for it. You never know, Finding people. I hope when you say you can do a fixer-upper, you do it yourself, because it is so hard to find people here in Alabama to do anything. That's why I'm doing good, because I'm putting myself out there. Nobody else is putting themselves out there. Like if you got that Dade County hustle, I got that Naples hustle. Like I'm used to working for rich people. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. If you have that mentality, you're going to make it. You have to make it. You'll find something. That's a tough price point, man. We made it work for us, but then, it's a tough point, man. But don't be afraid to do it. That's all I can tell you. Like, if you're looking to retire, Dothan's also a good retirement. Why is this one so much? See, I don't get that. Why is this $300,000? Oh, it's $2,800. Still, that's a lot of money for Dothan. It's up on a hill. It might have a really good view. Let's find out why it's so expensive. It's nice. It's big. It's luxurious. But 300 something? Come on. Why is it so expensive? Why is this house so expensive? I don't know. There's got to be a view or something to make it be worth more money. It's nice, but it's big for sure. It's got tile. It's got an alright little yard. Maybe it's inside a community. I don't know why it's so expensive. I think it's a little overpriced for Alabama. But anyways, Dothan's a good town, and there is enough old retired people there and stuff like that where you'll make it, man. You'll be all right. The line at Starbucks in Dothan was like an hour long. Let's see, that's for $250. That's got to be brand new. 2017. 2016. 4-bedroom. Look at this. It's a beast of a house. Wow, it's so pretty. That's a nice house. So Dothan is a good option. I like the town. Let's see what Katie recommended us. Okay, so this house has been on the market for a while. This town is in Zillow. Whatever, I can't pronounce the name of this town. This is where the Alabama governor that was Wallace. What was his first name? Was it George Wallace, Katie?
I think so.
George Wallace. So this house is $65,000. But the problem with this town is, this town has some serious history. This is a town where George Wallace, if you don't know George Wallace, he was a governor of Alabama. There's actually documentaries about him. In 1960s, he had a famous, unfortunate quote where he said, "Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever." But according to this documentary about him, he wasn't really that hateful. He just acted like he was hateful because people in Alabama would vote for him if they that was the mindset in that day where it's a small town, and it's not. I wouldn't recommend somebody. I would not recommend somebody buy this house. You're not too far from Troy. You're not too far from Enterprise or Dothan or Eufaula. You're near big cities. You want to be a little bit more centralized than this. I would not recommend this type of small town. I can totally see you regretting this move right here. We saved this house a while back, and I'm sure we would have made it work, but you really want to be like between bigger cities, or in a bigger city. I would not recommend a small town to the person who's leaving Dade County, Florida. I mean, I wouldn't. But let's look at it anyways. It's $65,000. We saved it for us. We were looking at this house. We saved it. It was on the market when we were buying. But then again, I just don't see how you can live in this little town. Because like I said, I'm near Montgomery and Birmingham, and I'm just in an area where money's moving and stuff, so I'm making money already. But I can totally see you coming into this little town and being like, how am I going to live, Probably bored to death, too. That's the other thing. It'll be boring. It's a pretty house. And this house has been on the market so long that if you offered $50,000, probably they'd have to take it. This house has been on the market for a while. Another thing is, like, you see this house, how the photos look pretty and all that. This looks like an amazing house, right? When you go look at this house, you're going to find things that you didn't see in these photos. So when you open up those kitchen cabinets and you look underneath those sinks, when you walk on those floors and you can feel the floor is not sturdy, like this house looks perfect in photos, but when you go there and you see this house, you're gonna find 100 things that it's gonna need that it's not gonna make it be like. It looks like a deal superficial. So that's what I'm telling you. Everything that you see on Realtor is kind of informative. You gotta hit the ground. Like us, we spent 6 months. I don't know, 6 months. We probably spent at least an year watching Alabama. Cause like Alabama was like we were so afraid. Like we knew this is what we wanted, but we were gonna settle for North Florida because we were afraid of the what ifs. We were afraid of the what ifs, basically. Like we were watching Alabama real estate, but we told ourselves, oh, it's Alabama. You know what I mean? Like we were just we never saw this house. We didn't go see it, but I can tell you just from experience already of looking at houses that type of house will have its little situations. Um, so like what you like, there was one house in Alex City, very disappointing. And by the way, on on paper, it looked amazing. Alexander City, Alabama. I'll show you where it's at. On paper, it looked amazing. Then we actually went there. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, Alexander City, like, here's Auburn, which is a great town as well. It's just too expensive because it's a college town. Here's Montgomery. And by the way, I don't know what's going on in Mississippi. We're going to go into Mississippi soon. Nothing in here is Columbus. We went there. It was disgustingly horrible. LaGrange, another town I didn't like. None of these South Atlanta, all these suburbs south of Atlanta, we've been through there. Nothing that I liked. I've been through here. I hate these towns. Moultrie, wow. I know a lot of people that live there. In fact, I was just talking to my friend that lives there. He's going to start a YouTube channel. And I'm helping them get started. Really good people. But man, what a miserable town. They have houses there from like the 1800s that people are still living in them. Like, it's just, the town has had no progress whatsoever. Georgia, at least Southwest Georgia, avoid Georgia. Trust me, you will regret it. You will regret Georgia. I have not seen a single thing in Georgia that I have liked. Alabama's better. I mean, I know that sounds mind-boggling to you to just wrap your head around that, but even Birmingham is better than, like, right now, other than the skyline. You know, like, Atlanta has more attractions going for it. Trust me, you don't want to end up in Georgia, especially in a small town in Georgia. You will regret your move. You will just, like, I don't know. If I told people I moved to Georgia, they would think it's better. Like, you tell people, oh, I'm moving to Georgia. Oh, Tifton. What a horrible town, Tifton. We've been there. Horrible. Macon.
What was the town we looked at, like, music videos that are talking about, like, robbing the new...
Oh, yeah, that was Macon. Macon. The only town that's kind of alright is Thomasville in Georgia. I mean, apparently, we've been there too, and it wasn't all that great either. Here they had a lot of people from Florida are moving to Thomasville, so it's doing a little bit better than other towns, but it's still not. And Georgia's more expensive than Alabama. There's more drug dealing, there's more drug use, there's more homelessness, there's more. It's not as trashy as Florida, is it? I would venture to say pretty close. Anyways, Georgia, wouldn't recommend it. I haven't seen a single thing in Georgia. And if I told people I'm moving to Georgia, they would kind of say, oh, okay, not a big deal. Good luck. When you tell people Alabama, they're, oh, you're moving to Alabama, you lost your mind. Overall, I'm telling you, I've seen Georgia, and I've been through I've been here. I got friends that live in Cairo. I've actually worked in Cairo. In fact, I got a friend that lives in the hood in Cairo. Lives back in here somewhere. This is all, like, really, oh, by the way, really nice people. When I first went into his neighborhood, I was kind of intimidated because it was like, this is all black people, and it looks really hood, and there was like hundreds of people outside doing stuff. But then I started to hang out in his neighborhood, and man, they're the friendliest. That's not about the southern people. Like, you might, like, at first you're like, oh, whether they're country or they're hood, at first you're gonna feel intimidated. You'll be like, oh no, you know, like, it looks intimidating. But once you get out and meet people, they're so friendly and so genuine. So, like, the South, at first glance, appears scary, but you get out and you meet these southern people, and whether they're in the hood or country, they're really good people here in the South. Have I been through Dublin, Georgia? Where's Dublin's this way. I looked at real estate in Dublin. I know it's in here somewhere on this side. Douglas. I know it's on this side. Dublin. I've been through them all. Let's see where it's at. Dublin, we looked at real estate there. Very affordable town. But that area, you'd starve to death. It's there's Macon. So I've been through Metter. I've been here, and then we went up. I've been close. Like I've been here in this exit right here. Dublin. They got new stuff. Some you'll. I don't know. I'd have to. I've driven through this exit, and I've gone all through all these little towns. These little towns, all these little towns. I've driven through them all. You probably don't want to end up in any of these towns. I've driven all through this. I've done every single one of these back roads through all through there. Not Alabama, but Georgia. I've done all of Georgia. Jessup, very miserable town. The only area I really like is right here, Kingsland and St. Mary's. These are really nice towns. I don't like Georgia overall. Overall, Georgia's just, I don't know. Like, you tell people you're moving to Georgia, and they're just like, oh, okay, whatever, no big deal. And you tell people you're going to Alabama, and they get like, oh, you've lost your mind. Yeah, okay. But, so like, perception and reality are two totally different things. People have this horrible perception about Alabama, and I actually find it that Florida's a lot trashier. A lot, even, like, expensive areas in Florida. Birmingham, it's not as massive as Atlanta. But believe me, there's all these suburbs like Hoover, all that in there. Like, look at some houses in Hoover real quick. Really nice areas. I mean, I think Birmingham is eventually going to compete with Atlanta. And when I was in Birmingham, I saw a lot of people from New Jersey and New York. And wherever they go, prices go with them. So Hoover might be a little expensive because it's one of the nicer suburbs. So some of these prices... You're like this little house here in Alabama, and my area might be like half that price or something. But it's a nice suburb, so you're gonna pay for it basically. Pretty houses. Kind of outdated though, like antique looking. That's definitely overpriced, but that's what you be getting around the nicer suburbs of Birmingham. Birmingham. It's not as expensive as Atlanta. Like, if you look at Atlanta suburbs, they're nice. Like Gainesville or Cummings or something. Let's look at Gainesville, Georgia. I've been here as well. I like this area. I just couldn't afford it. Lots of work in this area. But again, like, the thing about Georgia is when you start to see the cost of living, there is a lot of work. But it's like Florida, same thing over again, except for you don't have beaches. So you might as well just stay in Florida. I didn't like the notion of living here. Great area to vacation. But even like this house, look at this house here. Oh, it's on 4 acres. It's like, I don't know. It looks like it needs a lot of. Oh, it's got a lot of land. But it needs a lot of work. It's like overpriced. Like, another thing about Georgia is, if it's affordable in Georgia, it's in horrible. Like, let's try to find something affordable. And you'll see what I mean. If there's something affordable in here, it's going to be in so bad of a shape. And then again, I don't even like the vibes of Georgia, so... Look at this one. It's probably on Lake Lanier. That's Lake Lanier right there. Lake Lanier is beautiful. So here's a 7-bedroom, 7-bath, 10,000 square foot home. This is Gainesville. This is a suburb of Atlanta. Beautiful area. Again, expensive area too, but look at the views. I mean, it's on a mountain. That's probably the number one thing it's got. Look at this thing. Wow. Look at these houses, y'all. I would probably, if I had that kind of money, yeah. Would you take a mansion in Georgia, Katie, overlooking Lake Lanier? Like, these are like the houses in Barefoot Beach.
No.
No? Look at it. Are you watching it? Are you seeing it? You need to see this. See it. Look at it. Yeah. That. I don't care who you are, dude. If I had the money, I'd buy this.
I know.
Yeah. Look at the views. Imagine these views, like when the leaves start to change color.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
This is a house. I mean, wow. Well worth it. I mean, like, there's probably nothing in Naples for less than $10 million that can even touch this.
That's nice. How much is that?
2.6 million. Can you buy for me? Katie.
I don't know you.
Katie.
What?
I love you.
I love
Can you buy me this house?
Will you buy me that house?
Oh, me? Don't look at me.
Don't look at me either.
Maybe if our YouTube channel gets 1 billion subscribers. Notice I said billion, not million. Yeah, that's something else, man. Okay, I can't look at this anymore. I'm gonna start to feel sorry about my house. Now I'm looking around at my house like, this place is raggedy.
I like this house.
Raggedy. This place is horrible. No regrets, guys. Overall, honestly, like, I really don't have any regrets for where we're at. I have been finding a lot of work. People are extraordinarily lazy here in Alabama. That's just... And the great thing about it is they're honest. Like, if you tell people in Florida they're lazy, they'll get offended. Or if you tell them they're trashy, oh, they get offended. People in Alabama are like, yeah, we're pretty dang lazy. No, can't disagree with that. Anyway, they leave this house for $700. I can't watch this anymore. I can't do it. I know I already have a map open, but I have to have it on the same thing here. Da 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 da. I'm loving it. Yes, that's just prop randomly. What do you guys ain't talking, man? I know it's late at night, but you guys aren't even talking. Well, it's not as... Alabama's really not as bad as people think. Now, don't get me wrong. You end up in one of these small little country towns, and you're talking. But the thing is, you can find within... Wetumpka's a nice one. Blue Ridge. There's some pretty houses in there. Let's see what we can find in there. I have like the weirdest yawns. They don't have weird Blue Ridge, Alabama. I spelt it wrong. I didn't spell it wrong. My keyboard's not working properly. Blue Ridge, Georgia. What did I just do? Blue Ridge, Alabama. They don't have it. Let's just go with Pike Road. So these are still... I like my area. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm okay with it. Now, you do... Keep in mind, this is Alabama. Look up a house with a lot of land in Alabama. Okay, we'll do that. Let's switch it up. Here's one on 5 acres. I don't know if 5 acres is a lot of land, but it's a decent amount of land. Wow, 3,200 square foot on 5 acres. It's got its own lake. This one's on some land. Oh yeah, that's nice. Right there. That's pretty. This is on the east side of Montgomery. This area is really good. It's kind of like the rich side of Montgomery. There's a lot of money back on that side of Montgomery. Nice. It's going to need a new roof eventually. No, it needs a new roof like tomorrow. I can't believe they don't put a new roof on these houses to sell. You put a new roof on this house, you could probably get... Like this house with a nice... I would go for copper roof. I would go with a metal copper roof on this house. You know how well that would contrast with those blue shutters? It's got a lot of land. Some horses out back. Beautiful home. Love the kitchen. Oh, those green tiles. Man, that's hideous. What were they thinking when they did that? No. I don't like this house on the inside too much. I don't. Oh, big bedroom though. That's good. What's it off? I don't know. Usually some of the designs they do in these houses are weird as crap. Because here, like, I don't even think they do blueprints when they build houses. I think they just build them here. I don't know. Because every single house in Alabama is different. Somebody asked us to see a lot of land, so we're going to go on the filter. And we're going to raise the lot size to a minimum of 5 acres. And there's actually 38 houses in the area. Let's look at them. This one's contingent, so it already sold. But let's look at it. Just under $400,000. It's on Pike Road, which I'll show you guys where Pike Road is. Anyways, people have this horrible misconception about Alabama. It ain't that bad. I'm liking it. Now, it is Alabama, though. Oh, you mean like 20 acres or more. Okay. How safe, though, are you in secluded property like yours? Okay, safety in Alabama, I have weapons here now. I've never had weapons in Florida. You have to have weapons here for sure. Anywhere in Alabama, you have to have your weapons. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with that, but this is Alabama, okay? You have to have your weapon. You have to be on point. This is not. This is still Alabama, okay? Um, there's a lot of weapons in this state, so you have to have your weapons basically. Um, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Again, I'm gonna be honest. This is not for everybody. This is a very country, very I don't know what the right word would be. Like primitive.
It's not for everybody.
It's definitely not for everybody. My dad came here and he was terrified. You have to have your gun. People shoot their guns during the weekends. You'll hear gunshots on every weekend. It's not for everybody. You have to be accustomed to the rural life. It's kind of like the Wild West. Now, is somebody going to come and break into my house in my neighborhood? I doubt it. And if they are, they're risking their lives. I wish, you know what I wanted to do for this live stream? I don't think I'm not allowed to do it probably. I wanted to play the police radio during the live stream so you guys can hear what's going on right now in my area. And I'm sure right now there's a police chase going on or something, but I'm sure that's not legal. Anyways, it's not for everybody. It's a little bit more primitive here. If that's even a word. I don't know. But I'm ready for that, dude. Like, I'm coming from South Florida. I can handle... I don't know how to explain it. Like, you don't have drugs. It's so weird because, like... So you don't have drugs like you do in Florida. In Florida, you have drugs everywhere. It doesn't seem like there's as much drug problem here. It doesn't seem like there's as much drug use. And definitely not as much homelessness. But, like, the standard of living of poor people here is higher. So, you can get it confused really easy where you might see somebody driving a new car, living in a nice house, and they can be a straight-up hood person. And they can probably live in that house working at McDonald's or something. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I wish I could explain it better, but I don't know how to explain it. It is a rougher place, for sure. But at the same time, like, you have to be a people person. I am a people person. You know, you have to be more political. I don't know how to explain it. It's definitely not living in a cubicle. Like, you have to interact with people. And a lot of people are to themselves, but there's a lot of subtle body language and stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. It's still Alabama, so I'm not preaching that you should move here. What I'm telling you is, it's still the Wild West. And you know what? Spring Hill, Florida used to be the Wild Wild West, and New Yorkers came in and switched that up. So here we have a cabin on what, 50? How many acres? So here for $400,000. This is in the Montgomery area. Now look, understand that this estate, 55 acres in Florida is unheard of. Other than perhaps in North Florida somewhere. This is unheard of. Let's see where this is at. So, like, this house here is in the middle of the woods. Like, nobody's going to go bother you. Now, I drove through here. I was on this road. I drove through this road, so I have an idea. It's very swampy here. You'll see it's kind of like, it's very similar to Florida. I want to guess the mosquitoes out here are brutal. But this area is weird because, to me, it's unattractive because it's swampland. But for some reason, like, in these woods out here, they're building, like, these massive houses are just being built. Like, you'll see stuff that it's just like, what on earth in the middle of these woods? Yeah, for some reason they are. Like, look, here's a good example right here. Look at this road. Look at these houses. These are gigantic. These houses are gigantic. You know what I mean? Like, if you look on Google Maps, it looks unassuming. Like, there's nothing there. Like, look, you zoom out, it's just trees and stuff. But you zoom in, and there's a bunch of, like, really big houses out there. Of course, in these neighborhoods, like, out here, you're not going to deal with the crap. I mean, I'm not living in a neighborhood like this, so I have to deal with stuff that I'm sure out here it's decent, you know, with your neighbors and stuff like that. Rich people tend to be more secluded and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying if a person like myself bought a property there, I couldn't have a weapon. I'm Canadian. That's an issue. Well, guess what? Like I said, then maybe this isn't for you. That's all there is to it. Maybe this isn't for you. Me, I'm ready for that tough country Wild West feel. So this house looks like it's got its own lake, or private lake right here. It's got some trails going through it. I don't know where the house is at specifically. I think it's back here. It's probably back in here. You can't see it. 55 acres is a lot of land. Like, this house is on 55 acres. You're going to have coyotes. You're going to have black bears. You're going to have, who knows what? Snakes, rattlesnakes. I mean, this is the woods in the south. You're in the middle of 55 acres. You're going to have a weapon for humans or for animals. You're going to have you don't live in the United States. And here's the thing. It's probably not even an Alabama thing. It's probably a United States thing. You're not going to live in the middle of 55 acres and not have a weapon. You just have to. Like, we never had weapons. It was intimidating at first, and I was scared and all that. But now I shot off, 20 rounds today?
Yeah.
At least 20 rounds. And Katie's inside the house sleeping. She didn't even notice it. She saw me loading up the gun. She's like, why are you loading the gun? I'm like, I ran out of bullets. So this is on 55 acres for less than $500,000. Believe me, if you're sitting on you got 55 acres to yourself. If you're sitting on 55 acres, you're going to have a gun on your lap when you're sitting on that front porch. You just are. I would love to have this property. Your own private lake. See, they got deer hunting. See that the deer come up to there? That's a deer feeder. Oh, talking about deer. The guy next door to my house, and then his brother lives on the next house over, the next two houses from me. They said that last night there were 7 deer next door. There was 2 bucks and 5 other deer. So that's what this guy's got set up here in his back. Like, I'm on an acre, and my neighbor's like on 3 acres, and we have 7 deer coming here. And like, I'm sure if I went outside right now with a flashlight, I'd probably see a deer somewhere between my property and his. They come at night and in the morning to eat. That's on 1 acre. And my neighbor's got 3. That's 4 acres. So this is 55 acres. There's going to be a lot of deer on this property. And people are going to come deer hunting. So you're walking through the woods in your backyard, and here's a guy with a assault rifle or something. He's hunting deer too, or a shotgun or something. He's on your property. You need to have a gun because he's got a gun. So that's what, I don't know how to explain it. It's a cultural thing. So anyways, in Florida for $500,000, you're getting a regular house in a regular neighborhood in South Florida, right? This thing is on 55 acres. I bet you he's got the fishing poles on this corner. I bet you'll just see a random gun laying around somewhere in this house. You might just see a random gun laying around. See the big buck heads? They go hunting on that property. So, I mean, you can tell there's weapons in this house. It's a normal thing. It's part of the South. It's not like, I know for a lot of city people, that's a little bit intimidating. It was for us, but we're used to it now. And the peace and tranquility of sitting on 55 acres, if you're just a solitary person, you just had it with the world. Right now with this whole COVID thing and all that, if you just really wanted to get, like, if the world really went to crap, I mean, it's already gone to crap, but I feel like it took another step forward, you may want to be on 55 acres in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? You may want to. Caribbean, what's up, man? What's happening? Welcome on board. We're looking at a property in Alabama that's got 55 acres. See, they got ATV. Like, this property's so big, they have golf carts to get around, trailers. I could see myself living here. And this is only $500,000. That's not like it's not even $500,000. That is insane. Now, what I didn't like about this area is that it's very swampy down there. And then you can run down to Troy. Boom, you can run into Troy, which is a big city and does have just about everything. Or you can run up and you're in Montgomery. Actually, it's a whole lot closer to Montgomery. To the nice side of Montgomery. There's Publixes and everything. I'm sure there's going to be a Publix in here somewhere. City Hall. City Grill, I'm sorry. It's 3 in the morning. 2 in, I don't know what time it is. It's late. See how all the houses have lakes? It's so swampy down there that when they build a house, they build a lake to it. So they can get fill to build a house on top of because it's swampy. That's probably in this area south of Montgomery because where I'm up here, it's all mountains. Where I'm at, it's all mountains and stuff. I ain't got no worries. We're so high up these hills here. There's no worries up where I'm at in my area. Anyways, I think it's hard to find for less than $500,000. That's impressive. Even though it's most, and you got pine trees, so it's not all low-lying ground. I mean, there's probably a few high spots here and there. It was built in 1999, so it's not too old, and it's been on the market for almost 200 days. So they can't be too picky about that price. They really just got to move it. That one's $1 million. We're trying to find something a little bit more affordable. Let's also do this. Let's expand the area to 50 miles, so that way more properties will pop up, hopefully. Nothing new. Okay, let's look at Dothan. Let's see what's in the southern region of Alabama. Did I spell that wrong? I probably did. Maybe there's nothing in Dothan. Okay. Am I spelling things wrong? Let's see. Months. It's just my computer's not working. Months. My computer. I think I need to replace the batteries on this. Montgomery. Guys, I want to cancel it. I'm feeling sleepy. Overall, Publix is gentrifying all of Florida. Nah, can't blame it on Publix. Guys, overall,
Publix only goes into an area.
Yeah. Publix goes into an area. If your area sucks, Publix ain't going in there. Overall, guys, I've had a great time talking to you guys. I'm tired of this crap. 30 people. I can't believe 30 people are up this late. We got people watching from Italy, Germany, all over the world. Say your goodbyes. I'm falling asleep myself. I'm out, guys. Have a good night. Thank you guys, all 30 of you guys, for joining. You guys have been awfully quiet. You're all watching, but nobody's saying too much. I'm out. You guys are falling asleep. Sorry I couldn't do it at my regular time like I usually do, but I'm out. I mean, I need some sleep. Alabama's got really good things going for it, but it's also got some individual criteria that you have to meet. Our Canadian friend, if you're afraid of guns, you may just need to get used to them if you're thinking Alabama. I mean, I don't know. Overall, I'm not, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just different, that's all. Country people are good. Houses are affordable here. It's definitely, there's much more inconveniences and kind of uncouth things once in a while. I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. But you can get a nice house and live decently. I don't even know how to explain it. Like on one hand, you're getting an amazing deal on your house, and you can make money like anywhere else. But on the other hand, it is very country, and that may not be for everybody. So I'm not telling everybody they should move to Alabama. I'm saying, if you like the country life, this is great country living, you know? If you want to if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit so you can buy a house outright and not be a slave to banks and stuff, it may be for you. If you're retiring and you got $500,000, then you probably don't want to be here. Probably may not be your cup of tea, you know. You guys have a beautiful night. I'm checking out. I gotta get some sleep. We're out. I'm gonna end this live stream and thank you guys so much for checking in with us. Overall, no regrets. We're loving it. We're making money. That was our biggest fear. Are we gonna make money? We're gonna make money. We're making it already. So check it out. Ending the live stream. Good night, everybody. Stay out of trouble.